Okay, this is help with the question 2 of Unit 6 on arrays. So we're given this big class called payroll, which has two instance variables, an array of items sold and an array of wages. And you can see that part B is you're going to compute the wages for presumably each employee. In part A, we're going to compute the bonus threshold, and that's going to be based off of the number of items sold. So if you look here, we have items sold as an array, and each element represents the items sold by each employee. So employee 0 sold 48 items, employee 1 sold 50, employee 2 sold 37, and so on. So part A, we're going to be going through this array and determining what amount you need to have sold to have a bonus. And then in part B, you're going to go through your array of wages and compute each employee's wage based on whether they adjusted based on whether they made the bonus threshold. So let's start doing that. Notepad. So let's write our method compute bonus threshold, or we'll start writing it. Public double compute bonus threshold. Okay. So what is the threshold? How do we determine what the threshold is? Well, it's the average sale while you ignore the lowest and the highest. So that's a little confusing at first. How do we ignore the lowest and highest? The easiest way, I think, is to start by simply computing the average. So how do we do that? Well, for int I is assigned 0, I is less than, I think it's items sold. Items sold dot length I plus plus. So we're going through that array. And if we want to calculate the average number, we are going to start with double totals, assign 0. And then we can say total plus equals items sold subscript I. So this will go through the array and calculate the total number of items sold. So then the average, double average, is going to be assigned items sold, total, divided by items sold dot length. Okay. So that's the total divided by the number of items in the list. However, we're not done here. And then we would be returning the average, right? Okay, so this is not quite the correct solution. We have to calculate the minimum and maximum. So, and we have to ignore those items. So what we can do is we can start by saying int min is assigned items sold subscript I. We assume that the first item is both the minimum and the maximum. Okay. And now you're going to have to check each item as you go through. Is it less than my minimum? Well, then swap it out. Is it greater than my maximum? Well, then swap it out. And then when you get to the end, well, you're going to subtract from your total, you're going to subtract your min and your maximum. And then instead of dividing by items sold.length, you're going to divide by items sold.length minus 2, because now you're ignoring the minimum and the maximum. And that should give you the correct answer. Okay, so I will leave that part for you to do as an exercise. Let's go to part B now. So now we're going to compute bonus threshold. We're going to use compute bonus threshold, and we're going to compute everyone's salary. So someone's salary is determined based is they start off with $10, and then they get I'm sorry, they don't start with $10. They start with their wages are fixed wage, which is a parameter, and then they get, for every item sold, they get 1.5, and then if they are above the bonus, they get a 10% increase. They're above the threshold. So let's start doing that. Where's the method header? So public void compute wages double fixed wages. What's the other one? Double per item wage. I'm just looking at the class. And then it says in the problem that wages is already initialized. We don't need to do that. But the first thing is we need to get the threshold for the bonuses. So we'll say int, or I'm sorry, is it an int or a double? It's a double. Double threshold, let's camel case it, is assigned there is no other threshold. Yes, of course. Threshold is assigned. We need to call the method, so we'll say compute bonus threshold. And that will give us what our threshold is. So now we need to go through our list of employees for int I is assigned 0. I is less than items sold dot length I plus plus, and we have two cases. We're going to say if items sold subscript I is less than threshold, then we're going to enter the formula where they don't get the bonus, right? And otherwise, which means you're going to assign what's the wages subscript I is assigned something, which I'll leave for you to do, and then else wages subscript I is assigned something else. And that's all there is to this part B. You just have to go through the list of items, the items sold, and then you calculate the wage for each employee. Notice these two arrays are parallel arrays that are related to one another. All right, I hope that helps.